Hey contractors, it's time to chat about job schedules. I know this is the bane of your existence and also mine, but it's time for us to roll up our sleeves and address the elephant in the room. First, why should we both care? When we are preparing CPA financial statements for your banks or bonding needs, we need to complete your annual accrual-based percentage of completion accounting, which requires an accurate job schedule. But from a tax planning perspective, we file most of your tax returns on a cash basis, and this presents some serious challenges when we do fall tax planning, because our starting point in tax planning processes always needs to be the percentage of completion accounting before we can accurately forecast your tax exposure. For most of you, formal job schedules are only completed in the spring when you're working on getting your year-end data over to us. So we should care about these because it massively affects our tax planning and your spring tax bill. We're going to do things a little bit differently for this video. We're going to go do a whiteboard presentation. All right, so let's take a look at a job schedule today and look at the 4 things that we need from you as data points to complete the job schedule, and then the rest of it comes from the spreadsheet calculations that we've got for you. First thing up is total contract value, and in this example, I'm going to use $100,000 as a contract value. The biggest caution I have for you here is to make sure that you're including any approved change orders that the client has already approved. The second data point we need from you is cost to date. I've put the date at the top of this as December 31st to try to indicate that we're looking for all the costs that have been allocated to that job up to December 31st. In my example, I'm using $25,000, and my biggest words of caution here is to make sure that you're including all the labor as well as material bills that probably are coming in January but are for the project billings in December that are for the material that you took in December. I find that a lot of times those things end up missing. Third data point we need from you guys is total expected job costs. In my example, I'm using $75,000. I know you guys typically go out and put together an estimate at the beginning of the job of what you think the total job is going to cost. But my biggest words of caution is things change. We understand that, you know that. A lot of the changes that we typically see are either change orders that come in on the job and we don't have any updated costs related to those change orders, or sometimes labor or material prices change dramatically over the course of a contract. This is supposed to be a bit of a moving target, but as close to a good estimate as of the end of the year as you possibly have. Once you've got those 3 data points together for us, this then calculates automatically for you. This 33% complete number is looking at the relationship between your cost to date and what you've spent so far versus what you expect to spend. And with 33% complete, that relationship then gets compared to your total contract value to determine what have you earned so far. Your earnings or your revenue is simply your contract value multiplied by your percent complete. At that point, we get to your 4th and final data point that we need from you guys. That data point is how much have you invoiced your customers. So look in your accounting software and look up and see what your invoices have been through December 31st for the job schedule. In my example, I'm using $27,000. When we take your $33,000 that you've earned compared to the $27,000 that you've billed the client, this is what gets to that over-under billing concept that you'll see on your financial statement. In this example, you've underbilled. You've earned more than you've actually invoiced out to the customer. The inverse of that would be an overbilling. So as long as you've got those 4 data points for us, our spreadsheet will take care of the rest for you. Lastly, the main pitfalls I find in how these schedules are completed include, first, accidentally excluding costs that have been spent but you don't have the bill yet from your vendor, resulting in a lower percentage of completion and less revenue shown on your financial statements. Or second, you're excluding change orders from the total contract value. So watch for those as you prepare your job schedule. You'll find an Excel job schedule template on our website that will do all of the calculations for you as long as you have those 4 data points.